Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and with this video, I'll be discussing some brief thoughts on episode 5 of the Doctor Who fan series, The Forgotten Doctor, entitled Weeping. This was the Big Weeping Angels episode, and I was so excited when I saw the Next Time trailer from the last episode because they just looked phenomenal in those brief few seconds that you got to see. And before I get into what I really loved about this particular episode, let me talk about a couple other things. One of which that I do love a lot is the Doctor's catchphrase, Bonsai, which we actually hear a few times in this episode, and we haven't really heard too much in the last few episodes. I just feel like it's really fitting with this Doctor and sort of the adventurous feel that the Forgotten Doctor series has had since it started, and it sounds like a very natural thing for this Doctor to say. Maybe even the actor portraying the Doctor, Java Green, it sounds like something he might say on a daily basis. It comes across that natural and that thrilling. He loves the thrill of the chase and everything he's doing. Another thing I loved about this episode was the music, and the music has been pretty stellar all throughout all of the episodes, but there was a particular sequence toward the latter half of it where he's finally concocted a way to sort of best or deal with, if you will, these moving statues, and they sort of speed up the sequence, and there's comical music behind it, and I just thought that was absolutely brilliant. It reminded me of like classic movies and TV show comedies and stuff like that. This was the first episode that I felt I had a couple small criticisms for, one of which was some dialogue issues during the main hall sequences with the sort of alien nun from the planet Caniculus. That's where this is all taking place, and I highly recommend you look up that word in case you're curious about the sort of hereditary line between that word and this particular alien species. I thought that was really clever. But some of her dialogue, the main nun, in that sequence, or sequences, I should say, I really had a hard time making out because it was kind of echoey, and I'm watching this all with an earbud on a mobile device because that's my only means of getting online. But it might be down to that, or it could even be down to, I think the Doctor said that TARDIS was having trouble translating her dialogue as well, some of her alien dialect or whatever. And then the other thing was there was the feast sequence. I just felt ran a little bit too long, or longer than it should have, but it began really well as far as giving us a place setting and seeing what this world was about and everything, and then it just kind of lingered a little bit. But let me get to the meat and potatoes of this episode, no pun intended with the feast reference, and that would be the angels themselves. I thought they were done absolutely expertly. They were very authentic looking, and this is the thing that I've said elsewhere as well on Facebook and stuff like that. They just look absolutely authentic to Doctor Who proper. And the editing in those sequences, these were my favorite sequences of the entire episode. Every time the angels were involved, from the pre-credits sequence to, the Doctor sonicking them and finding out their trouble and all this stuff. It was just brilliantly done, and I can't wait to see them crop up again. I kind of hope they will in this fan series. Now, moving on to the next episode, we have another Next Time trailer as usual, and we're hinted at Torchwood coming calling. Now, this is something I've been waiting for since the second episode, Sasha, with Sasha Princeton being on the run. Torch was chasing after her, and I'm wondering what that all has to do with, and it looks like we're finally going to get an answer to that. So I'm really excited by this series as usual, and I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below what you thought of this episode if you've seen it. Quick reminder to check out the Doctor Who Forgotten Doctor channel, which I always link below with the last couple episodes, as well as the one of current that I'm reviewing, because every Friday following the new episode you have the Doctor Who Confidentials for the Forgotten Doctor, and they go behind the scenes and just give you some great info about what's really going into the production of this out-of-pocket series from fans who love Doctor Who like we do. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys, and otherwise that'll be it for me on this one. Hope this video finds you well, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.